Hey, yo, everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing The Savage Hawkman, issue number 1. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, The Savage Hawkman is a comic book series that, one, I'm really excited for, but at the same time, I haven't really been thinking too much about. I didn't even know Tony Daniel was writing it up until I actually started reading it. But I was looking forward to Savage Hawkman because I like Hawkman. I think he's a cool character. Obviously, I think he's a cool character because I'm buying the comic. But I thought it was also a good opportunity because they can fix up Hawkman's continuity. They can say, this is the only Hawkman, and this is the new direction for Hawkman, and all that kind of jazz. Kind of a fresh start for a character that so desperately needed it. The question is this: does Hawkman get this fresh start? Or will we continue the snowballing effect that we've been getting with the character? Just gonna have to wait and see. So let's jump into Savage Hawkman, issue number 1, and see if we can really figure out what's so savage about him. The issue starts off with Carter Hawkman, driving to the woods. And what he does is he takes out his Hawkman costume, throws it on the ground, and lights it on fire. Apparently he doesn't want to be Hawkman anymore. Why, we don't know. I can assume it has something to do with what happened in Brightest Day, but it's never referenced whether or not that's the case. Anyways, he destroys his costume, only for the Nth Metal to get pissed off at him. Yes, the Nth Metal apparently has properties we didn't know about, nor did Hawkman know about, and attacks Hawkman. It then bounds itself to him. However, you don't actually see the armor at all. Hawkman then wakes up and is like, yeah, I'm fine. It doesn't look like any damage is done. I'll go about my normal daily work routine. So he goes to work and he goes to his boss, who apparently has found a pod, an alien spacecraft of sorts, that has a mummified creature in it. Hawkman does some studies on it along with the co-workers, but then this mummified creature wakes up and starts attacking people. Hawkman tries to defend his people, and right when he's about to be attacked, the Nth Metal activates and forms an armor around him, like this. Which, let me say, the armor is badass. He has a shield that is also a claw, and a mace that is also an axe. Talk about multitasking here. Anyways, Hawkman goes ripshit on this guy, and the two of them go at each other. This alien has the ability to absorb energy and then to expel it, and he tries to absorb Hawkman's energy. But what will happen when he tries to absorb the Nth Metal? Will it be good for the alien, or will it be bad? Will it be good for Hawkman, or will it be bad? Will it be good for the reader, or will it be bad? You're just going to have to read and see. Let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. The costume redesign is beautiful on Hawkman, and I love the new transformation aspect of this. The fact he can be like, Hawkman on! Flame on! Hawkman on! The fact that he can call upon his armor and his weapons at any time is kind of cool. It just looks badass. And the action scenes in this are good. The art when in the action scenes are also good too. Although outside the action scenes, the art is kind of 90s-ish, like chicken scratchy. Anywho, another good is Carter Hall. It seems like his life is kind of interesting at this point. He seems like an interesting character, but the problem is we don't know why he's at this point in his life, which brings us into the bad. What is going on? Why is Hawkman burning his suit? Is it because Shira died and Brightest Day? Is it for some other reason? Is he the only Hawkman? Was it Kitar Hall? Is he the reincarnation of a pharaoh? There's so many questions here that aren't answered. And I think for and this is not vital to have all the answers in the first issue, but I think for a character like Hawkman, you can waive that exception because Hawkman has so much backstory and so much continuity that it should be laid out in the first issue. Something like this. This is the only Hawkman. He's the reincarnation of a pharaoh, but he doesn't know it. This is his wife Shira. Or you can at least be upfront to us and say, This is the Hawkman you've always known. He is coming out of Brightest Day. He's pissed off because his wife is, well, been disintegrated. So, that is the big bad of this. Two is it feels kind of like a safe comic. It never really does anything too extreme, but it doesn't really do anything too offensive. It's kind of just there. Whether or not you should get it. Well, the first time around I read Hawkman, Savage Hawkman, it's going to take time to get used to saying Savage. I was a little disappointed. As I thought about it and looked through the pages a bit more, I started to like it a bit more. The thing about Savage Hawkman is I think this is going to be a thing that reads better in trade than it is with individual issues. On a whole, like I said, it's a very safe issue. Similar to how Supergirl was. It doesn't do anything extreme, but it doesn't do anything offensive. It's just kind of there. Tony Daniel has a good voice for Hawkman, but the biggest problem with this, other than it being safe, is just the fact that where do we stand with this character? Is this a new history? Is it old history? Is it one Hawkman? Is it two Hawkman? One from Thanagaria, one from here. I mean, what's the deal? Where's Shire? Is she dead? Does she not exist yet? Please give us answers. I know these answers will probably come around later, but until then, I'm a little disappointed. So, whether or not you should pick it up. Hawkman fans, I would say yes. But to new readers, this will be intimidating. So, I hate to say this because I want this comic to succeed. I would have to say no if you're a new reader. If you're a Hawkman fan, give this a chance, but new reader, you might be a little too intimidated. Save your money and put it somewhere else in the new 52. So with that said, I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.